Okay guys, I'm going to read you another story from Arabian Nights, and this one is called The Poor Man's Dream. Once there was a poor man who had a dream. In his dream a golden genie appeared and said, "Go to Cairo to seek your fortune. You will return home a rich and happy man." As soon as he woke the next morning, the poor man packed a bag and set out on his donkey to Cairo. It took him weeks to get there. On the way, he drank from streams, ate dates and apricots from the trees, and slept on the ground beneath the stars. When he arrived in Cairo, it was late. He couldn't afford to stay in an inn, so he tied up his donkey outside the mosque and crept inside to sleep there. In the dead of the night, a noise woke him up. He went outside to see what had caused it. There he found a band of robbers breaking into the house next door. They had forced open the door and were sneaking inside. "Stop, thieves!" the poor man shouted. The robbers fled immediately, leaving the man alone in the street, standing outside the house with the broken door. People came running from down the street. They seized the poor man and shouted at him, "You rotten thief! Would you steal from our friend's house when he is not at home?" "No," the poor man protested. "It was I who raised the alarm." The real thieves had escaped. "Do you think we believe that?" said the man who held him by the scruff of the neck. "We'll see about that. You ought to be locked up." And the poor man was dragged away and presented to the chief of police. "I'll take it from here," said the chief of police. "You shall all go home to your beds." When the crowd had gone, the chief of police started questioning the poor man. "Where did you come from?" he demanded. "Baghdad," answered the poor man. "And why did you come to Cairo?" asked the chief of police. "Because of my dream," the poor man told him miserably. "What dream?" asked the chief of police. The poor man explained. "I had a dream in which a genie told me I should go to Cairo and seek my fortune. He said I would return home a rich and happy man. But all I have found here so far is a terrible night's sleep, an unfair accusation, and trouble with the police. I'm a very unhappy man." The chief of police burst out laughing. "You are a fool to take notice of a nonsense dream," he said. "I had a dream too. In fact, I had it 3 times in a row. I was told to go to Baghdad and find a cobbled street lined with palm trees. In a shabby blue house on a corner, I would find my fortune. The house belongs to a poor man, but if I dug a hole in the courtyard, I would find riches beyond compare." What utter nonsense! Do you think I rushed off to Baghdad when I had this dream? Of course not. The chief of police was so amused he let the poor man go. "Go home," he said, "and don't let me catch you here again." The poor man retrieved his donkey and went home to Baghdad. He arrived at his street, grinning from ear to ear. It was a cobbled street, lined with palm trees, and his house was a shabby blue one on the corner, just like the one in the chief of police's dream. The poor man went into his courtyard and dug a hole. There, in the ground, he found riches beyond compare. He pulled up chest after chest of gold, sapphires, rubies, and pearls. He was never poor ever again, and lived the rest of his days in happiness and comfort.